I don't know what it's called. It's like R formula. Have you heard of this R formula concept? Yeah. I just want to see if you memorize the formula or you have somehow do it on the spot. Okay, hold on. Let me just get the R formula out. Okay, good. Let me get the question up. So this is the trigonometry question. It involves R formula. And by the way, you should be looking at slide 5. Where did I? Sorry, I need to get the question out again. Okay. So you are asked to find from point A to point D. So here, 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 here. Then from XY is a straight road. So participant will start running from A to D. Oh, okay. So it's this way. Then D to C. Then C to B. Then B to A. Okay. Then CD is perpendicular. Okay, done. So, the total distance of the route is L. So basically you just need to find the L, which is AD plus DC plus CB plus BA. Yeah. And you need to show that it can be expressed in this manner. Okay, I will leave it to you. See if you can do part 1. Show. So probably you can see this way. This is 3 kilometer, right? And then this is theta. Yep, very good. Then you can get this one, and you also can get this one, sine and cosine. And then which one? You can give it another point. Yeah, you give it another point. Point E, right? Okay, good. Yeah. A over H. Okay. Okay. So in a way, your CB is your 3 cosine theta plus 3. Because this is 3 cosine theta, right? So this is done. This is done. I thought you can use sine because they want cosine and sine. So I can get rid of this thing. Why do you need this one? you just sine theta, this is your O, so sine theta is equal to O over 3. So your O, which is your this CD is 3, so your CD is 3 sine theta, which is your O, right? Yep, okay. Okay, so yep, pretty much done. AD is 3, then BAB is also 3, right? So you have 9, then you have plus 3 sine theta plus 3 cosine theta, right? Okay, so yep, you have put it in that in this format already. Okay, so you just give it to their format lah. So it's just 3 cosine theta plus 3 sine theta plus 9. Okay, so how do you get this whole thing into this r cosine theta minus alpha plus r? Have you learned this r formula? Yeah, and okay, by the way, since I know so well, if I ask my student to memorize any formula, and they tend to forget them all after some time. And if I ask you to recall, I don't think you can recall. Can you? What do you mean by addition? Okay, yep. So in a way, right? So that means you are trying to get it on the spot instead of trying to recall from your memory. Oh, actually, yes. So in fact, right, I also encourage students to just get it on the spot, which is to, okay, I will leave it to you, see if you get, okay, by the way, let me just suggest, not suggest, okay, to make it simpler, right, you don't have to do for this part, because can you see that the plus 9 and plus r, you can just leave it aside. So your job is to get 3 cosine theta plus 3 sine theta, and you need to get it into r cosine theta minus alpha format. Yep. So how do you convert? Oh, so for this one, right? Okay, let me make it even simpler for you. So you can do something like you can take out the common factor 3, right? You can do this, right? So once you get it into this format, right? I think you can see it pretty clear. Your r is equal to 3. Okay? Your big R. Okay? So therefore, your job is to get cosine theta plus sine theta into the cosine theta minus alpha format. Does it make sense? Good that you pull up this formula. So these days you know what we need before I ask for it. So in fact for cosine, I don't know why I still remember it. It's cosine theta. Okay, if I open it, it's cosine theta, cosine alpha. This is minus, so it should be plus sine theta, sine alpha. Did I remember it correctly? This is my right hand side. Okay, good. So if I can memorize it, I don't need this. I don't need to memorize it for my exams. You know, if I can memorize it, you better memorize it. Okay, so in a way, right? Then once you get this, can you see that? By the way, you have a 1, right? It's a 1, right? So therefore, cosine alpha is equal to 1, right? And then sine alpha is also equal to 1. So if you remember this one, so for sine equals to 1, right? Which is this point, right? Which is 90 degree, right? So alpha equals to 90 degree. Okay? Then for cosine, let me see. Then for this alpha is equal to, so for this curve to get 1, right, is 0 and 360, right? So what they say here, they say alpha is acute, right? Okay, so it's not 360. So between 0 and 90, how? Okay, so something is quite funny here. Did I make a mistake somewhere, somehow? No, I don't think so. So is there another angle that can give me this interesting? So how? Is 90-degree acute? Never mind. So let's assume that 90 is acute. So what why I think so, because if I assume it's 90, so basically this whole thing will get it into this format. Right? So what I'm trying to say is this thing will be equal to 3 cosine theta minus 90 degree. And I just have to prove to see if they are equal. Okay? So to prove that they are equal is very simple. You open this up. Cosine 90, can you help me punch your calculator? Cosine 90 is how much? Cosine 90 is 0. Then I have plus sine theta. Oh yeah, it's wrong. It's wrong. It's not 90. So how? Then why you leave the so-called 3 inside? I think we make a mistake somewhere, somehow. What mistake we have make? No, I don't think we make a mistake first part, because this one looks very nice to me here. Uh, I will say this. Let me use a different color. So I will say this part is very nice. Okay, so I take out the common factor 3, and then I get so this proves to me is wrong. By the way, I can you move the formula to the, yeah, thank you. So this is wrong. Okay, let me get this. Okay, let me get it out first. Let me not get rid of the r, and let me not get rid of the 3. Okay. So let me just get the 3. Okay, so I'm supposed to get r cosine, so it's cosine theta, cosine alpha, right? Minus sine theta, minus is plus, so it's sine alpha, right? Okay, can you get the formula? I just want to double check, make sure that I never get, I'm not wrong. Okay, cosine. Okay, good. Cosine plus is minus. Cosine minus is cosine minus is plus. Okay, good. Thanks. Good. You can get rid of this. Thank you. So you times the r in, you will get r cosine theta cosine alpha, r sine theta sine alpha. So in a way, right? This one is gone. So your this r cosine alpha is equal to 3, and then your this r sine alpha is equal to 3, right? Yeah, okay. We should do it this way. Yeah. We should do it this way. So how you're going to continue? We are supposed to do it this way. Yeah. Now we are correct. Yeah. In fact, it's simultaneously, but how? So I think you can get the alpha by doing this. You use 2 divided by 1. So 2 divided by 1 is you have r sine alpha over r cosine alpha. That will give you 3 over 3. So therefore this one is gone. This one is 1. So it's tangent alpha equals to 1. Yes, that's how we get alpha. So alpha equals to 45 degrees. Done. Okay? Then how do you get r? Can you get the alpha into it, 45? So let's say if you get this 45, this will give you what? Yeah, half. Is it half? Okay, never mind. Is it a no? This is a special formula, special angle. So sine 45 will give you. Yeah. So it's 1 over square root 2. It's a square root 2 over 2, right? So therefore you get r equals to square root 2 over 2, right? Equals to 3, right? So your r is equal to 3. Is it this? Like 6 over square root 2? Yep. Then you rationalize it. Square root 2, square root 2. So you get 6 square root 2 over 2. So it's 3 square root 2. Yes. So r equals to 3 square root 2. Done. Okay? Yep, good. So this is the way. I'm sorry I make a mistake just now. Yeah? So just now you say get the 3 out, right? Okay, so just now we get the 3 out. That means if we get the 3 out, right? Hold on, we get the 3 out. Okay, hold on. So if you take the 3 out, then you have this cosine theta plus sine theta, right? Right? And then you try to compare this to this, right? Right? So I hope what you can see is this cosine theta and cosine alpha, so it's plus, so it's a sine theta is a sine alpha, and then you this is equal to this, so this is 1, right? And then this is 1, right? Okay, we cannot do it because okay, this I will say, okay, let me just, this one I can ignore because This one I can ignore because this is the up and down movement. The plus 9, right, actually will actually move the graph up and down. Okay? But these two terms have to be, that means we take the 3 out, that means we assume r equals to 3, but r is not equals to 3. Yep. Then we realize r is equal to 3 and square root 2. So what I'm trying to say is this. Okay, let me just so this 3 cosine theta plus 3 sine theta is equal to r cosine theta minus this one. This one is valid. But the I continue to take out the 3 common factor 3, right? Right? And you know what? I go and assume, hey, since I have the 3 common factor, my the r is not a common factor here. So I assume my r equals to 3 just now, which is wrong. R is not 3. I assume my r equals to 3. This is the correct. So I kind of like assume r equals to 3, which is not the case, right? Yep. So that's why I cannot take out 3. I should solve it like what I did just now, which is I expand it out and then I figure it out. Yeah, I have figured it out this. So therefore these are r equals to, so I just change the r to because I have get all the thing out already, right? So the r is equal to 3 square root 2, and then the alpha is equal to 45, which is a cube. Yeah, so this is the format, and then of course plus 9. Alright. And then the total length of the root is found to be 13. So basically you get 13 here, right? Then how do you solve? Oh, by the way, this is also another question that is like bound to come out. You will definitely get a question like this. Yeah. Yeah. Can you try to solve this? And I hope you follow how I get the alpha and the r just now. So if you continue, is this equals to 3 over 2 over 4, right? So do you get a nice number? Oh, it should be 4 over. Yep, sorry. It's 4 over, yes. Alright. 4 over, yeah. Does it make sense? 4 over. I thought cosine can't be more than 1, right? Oh, okay, this one will give you what? What is this value? Oh, okay, then makes sense. So theta equals to 45 degree plus the 19 point something, right? Okay, good. Yeah. So theta, okay, so you are not going to get the another value of theta because you look at theta here is less than 90. Okay, so basically you don't have to go, you in fact if you go ahead and do it, you just tell it's going to exceed this. So yeah, you understand my point? So okay, let's take it as 19 so it's for our easy reference, easy so that we can move on easily. It's 19 point something, right? So just take it as 19. Okay, so basically you get 64 degree here. Okay. Okay, then last part. What do you think? But hold on. So that means okay. Let's continue to get the other value. So for cosine to be positive, right? For cosine to be positive, so basically we have the theta equals to alpha, which is the region A. So the other one is what's that? The C region, right? Is theta is equal to no 360. No 360 minus the basic angle. So that means 360 minus the 19. What is that? So it's 300 and something, right? Yep. But seems like you have to reject this because if you look at it doesn't make sense, right? Okay. Okay, then continue. Oh, nothing. Yeah, continue. Oh, what claims that he can finish the race in under 90 minutes if he maintain his speed of this throughout the race regardless of the value of theta. His main claim show. So he can finish the race in under 49 minutes. So you just let's say you maxed out. Okay, that means basically they want you to max out test the max value. So how do you max out the theta? So the max. Okay, so the max. Okay, so regardless of the value of theta, right? Okay, so regardless of the value of theta, which means you test the two limit. Okay, so imagine the theta is 0. So that means this point will come to, if it's 0, so your this is a, so basically it's a to d, right? Then it's come to this, right? There's, then it's come to, then this is 0, so that means it has to, if it's if it's 0, okay, that means it will continue to, okay, so it's smaller, so that means this whole thing will be like this. No need. That means okay. Okay. Basically, right? They don't care about. Okay, let me just get rid of this. So you test the so-called, you test the limit, both limit. So a to d, then d to c, then this to b, and then this will give you a theta, right? So basically, your this theta, this is your theta, right? So if you test the theta to smaller, so small until it collapse, so like, so even smaller, so basically, so so it becomes this one. Actually, if it's 0, right, it just the c back to the this one, right? Right. So so this is not this. So in fact, so what is the, oh, I know what to do. So let me just go back to this. Hold on. So the way to look at this is this. So your this is the L, right? This is the L. What is the maximum value of cosine? 1, right? So in fact, regardless of your theta, right, the max value of distance is L equals to 3 square root 2 plus 9, which is 12 square root 2. Because I assume this to be 1. Okay, so this is the max value of L. Then the smallest value of it is negative 1, right? So it's negative 3 square root 2 plus 9. So can you help me out with this? Square root 2 plus 9. 4.7. 4.7. Okay, 4.7 kilometer, right? Can you get this into a decimal number just for our easy reference? Okay, good. So the max value is 16.9. So if you have 16.9, so if the speed, right, if the speed is 16 kilometer, so you use 16 divided by the 12. Okay, no, use the max distance, which is 16.9, which is 12 square root. Is this 12 square root 2? If you add like this, is it 12 square root 2? No, right? No, right? Okay, good. So I almost make this fatal mistake. So it's 16.9, right? So you take the max distance. This is the max distance. This is the minimum distance. So 16.9 divided by 16 kilometer. So you get an hour, right? So that means he cannot finish. And no, I'm talking about 3 square root 2 plus 9. I need your help using calculator. What's the answer? Okay, good. So it's 13.2. Okay, sorry. So you use 13.2 divided by 16. Oh, okay, yeah, you can also do that. So basically it's 49 over 60 times the 16. So see what you get for this. Okay, so this one still cannot be more than. So basically, yeah, so you just take 13.2 divided by 16. What do you get? I don't have a calculator, yeah. Yeah. Again, times 60. Times 60 because I need to get it into minutes. Okay, 49.5. So that means in order to, that means when my L is max, right? It requires more than 49 minutes. So cannot be under lah. Understand? Yeah. So in fact for this question, right, the speed times the time is equal to the distance. So now you just need to take the max distance, which is the L max lah, right? Okay, good. Okay. Okay, so for the question just now, part 3, for part 3, right, I want you to take note of this because there was something important about part 3 which we almost ignore. So like you say, I agree with you. They want to find the values of theta. That means we are supposed to have two values. Okay? So therefore, just now we get what? L equals to 3 square root 2 and then cosine theta minus 45 degree plus 9, right? Right? And then we have to equate our L is 13. I think somehow we make a mistake. Anyway, so you bring the 9 over, becomes minus 9. So this is 4, right? Okay. So cosine theta minus 45 degree is equal to 4 divided by 3 square root 2. Okay, so now this is positive, right? So basically cosine positive is what? Cosine positive is A and region A and region C, right? So region A is theta equals to alpha. Then this is theta equal to 360 minus alpha. Okay, this is good. Let me use a can you use a calculator and help me double check cosine inverse bracket 4 over this 3 square root 2? Okay. So it's 19.4. Okay, so let me just get it out first. So your calculator is going to give you one answer, right? Your calculator always give you the answer. So basically your this one is theta minus 45 degree is equal to 19.4. Okay? Okay, so therefore theta, actually what I'm trying to tell you is this. Your basic angle is this. Okay? So therefore your this, so over here will give you, okay? So therefore your basic angle is actually 19.4. Okay? So therefore your this theta, so this is your theta, so your this theta minus 45 degree is going to be equals to 360 minus the 19.4. Okay, so your theta minus 45 degree is going to be, can you help me solve this? $340.6, right? Okay, good. So now, okay, pay attention now. So basically one of the answer is going to be theta equals to 45 plus 19.4, which is this is what, 64.4 degree, right? Okay, so this answer, I think you have no problem. Now this is the important one. This is theta equals to 340.6 degree plus 45. Can you help me out? What's this? 385.6, right? Do you know that 385.6 is also theta equals to? Yes! Which is 25.6 degree. So you have these two answers. That means you cannot ignore this one. Okay, so this brings out a very important point. Right? It's good that we talk about this question. This brings out a very important point. What's the point is? Yeah, not only don't ignore. So this, if I give you 30 degree, right? In trigonometry, this is 30 degree and it's also 390 degree. It's also, add another 360 to it, you get 750 degree. So in trigonometry, right, this point to the same position, which is this line. Okay? Okay, so they point to the same position. That's the reason why your this 385.6 degree is also 25.6 degree. So just now what I said is, hey, since if you find the angle which is more than 360, that will be definitely more than the angle that looks like this, right? In fact, I make a fatal mistake, is I have forgotten this. If next time you ever get 750 degree, okay, your this 750 degree is not 750, it can be 30 degree or so. You understand me or not? So next time, if you ever get a number like 390, this 390 is also 30 degree. That means we shouldn't, I mean, on the surface, we should reject the 385.6 degree. Am I right? But if you take the 385.6 degree, you minus 360 degree, you will get 25.6, which is the answer. You understand this important point here? So what I'm trying to tell you is, if next time, if you, let's say your first answer is 40 degree, okay, it looks good, and then you know that, oh, 40 degree, and then later you will get a 300 and something, let's say 330 degree, and then you tend to, hey, 330 degree, hey, it doesn't look right, you know, it doesn't look right here, and then you tend to ignore this. Don't. You either plus 360 degree, or you try to minus 360 degree. See if you have any answer that can fit the angle here. And over here, 25.6 degree, it fits this question, and it fits this acute angle theta. Oh, by the way, you always add 360 degree or you always minus 360 degree. Up to you. You can add any time. So let's say if I give you one answer is 150, then the other answer is let's say 390. Okay, so what you do is 15, you add 360 to it, it will be 375, right? And then if you add 360 to it, it will be 750, right? So for this angle, if you add 360 to it, you will get this. And these two, they point to the same position. So for the 390, you also need to test minus 360 degree. Actually, it's 30 degree. So actually what I'm trying to tell you is, you always need to, let's say next time, if they give you the range 0 to 180, so you need to accept x from 0 to 180. And how do you get the 30 is, you either plus 360 or you minus 360 to test. You understand me or not? So just now I almost missed out the 25.6 because I think that, hey, if you get 380 plus degree, and this is going to be definitely more than the acute angle that we have, and I have not considered, hey, I can actually minus 360 degree to it. Alright? Okay, so this is something for you to bear in mind with. Alright? Okay, yep, so I find that this is a pretty good question that we can talk about so many things with just one question, right? Okay, yeah, so this kind of question is definitely going to come up. Okay, so is it, how many marks? 10 marks, right? Let's see, question 6. Yeah, 10 marks, yeah. Okay, 10 marks. Okay, yeah. So yeah, so we will have a little bit of time here, and I just want to ask you about this linear law. Okay, I will continue to use slide 5. Do you have any problem with linear law? Because this is also one topic that that will sure come up, and this is 3, 3, 3. Wow, this question is 11 marks. So do you have problem with this linear law question? This is the big Y equals to M big X plus C type of question. So you are given this R equals to AV square plus BV. So somehow you need to change it to this format. And by the way, they are very kind. They let you know that you should take out the V common factor. So it's AV plus B. So R over V. is equal to AV plus B. So can you see that your big Y is actually this, and then your big X is actually V, and then of course your M is your A, and then your y-intercept is your B. Okay? And in fact, you have to get the table. So basically, you need to get R over V. So basically, you just get another table lah. R over V, and then it's V. So V equals to 5, 10, 15, 12, 8, no, 20, then 25, right? So R over V is you just use a calculator, R over V, R over V, R over V, you get all the corresponding, right? So you will sketch your R over V, and you will sketch your V, and somehow you will get a straight line lah. So once you get a straight line, you just find the gradient, and that's your A lah. Okay, and then your y-intercept here is going to be your B. Okay, that's how you estimate your A and B. So easily 3 mark, 2 mark, and 3 mark. So how do you draw a suitable line on your graph to illustrate the second situation? By the way, the R is directly proportional to V. You know what's the meaning of this? Is R equals to KV, and then K is equal to 6. So basically, you just draw this R equal to 6. Yeah. So you just draw this. And but they say draw a suitable line on your graph to illustrate. Your graph is actually R over V equals to 6. So you need to draw this. So pick 6. Because you cannot draw this R equals to 6V. Because your graph is R over V to V. So you need to somehow tweak it. So in fact, you need to draw R over V equals to 6. Basically, you need to pick equal to 6, and then just draw a line across it and read this. That's your V. Okay? Okay. So a lot of students, right, they go and draw R equals to 6V, and there is no R. You can't. Let me emphasize once again. This graph is R over V versus V. So you need to somehow get either R over V or something to do with V. Okay? Okay, good. So with this, I think we can conclude today. Any other question from you? Oh no. So if you don't have question, so I will upload another set of paper, which is let me quickly do it now. So we have xinmin, we have this. Let's do the Yishun town then this time round. So can you check whether you get Yishun town already? Yep, the Dropbox, yes. Just refresh it. It should be there pretty soon. Yep, good. Yep. So let me just take a quick look at it and see if it's challenging enough. Yishun town. Okay, quite. I already ticked the questions. Yeah. So just yeah, quite interesting. Okay, good. So yeah, that's it. Yep. Okay. So see you next week, and thank you. Bye bye.